Jamma
Nation
X.
What's up, guys? This is Supreme Judge. Just doing a small video today for an MV1C Neo Geo MVS arcade board BIOS removal. So simply, all you need is some wire snips, and what you need to do is cut the legs of the BIOS from the very top. That way, you don't gouge any traces on the bottom. It's pretty simple to do. Just snip and repeat for each leg. And we're going to go ahead and speed this up. And this is what it looks like removed with the legs. Here you'll see that the legs are still attached. All you need to do here is simply wipe it with your soldering iron, your hot soldering iron, to just clean off all the legs that are stuck to the board. And as you see here, you simply just heat it up and wipe it. And then you want to clean off your soldering iron after you take off so many legs. So you see here how it goes pretty quick. Pretty easy to do, and you can see it bunching up on the soldering iron. So I'm going to speed it up here because it's a tedious process. It is a rather quick mod to do, and then just repeat it for the same on the other side. And I'm going to tell you quickly, as I was making this video about 2 weeks ago, a gentleman by the name of NeoBiosMasta on the Neo Geo forums actually came out with a product called the NeoBiosMasta, which is what you'll see here in a second. And what that does is it actually replaces the need to rewire your UniBIOS to an MV1C board, because people know that the UniBIOS is actually a different chip from what the MV1C has on its motherboard. So this is the NeoBiosMasta, and you basically follow the instructions. See here it says if you have an MV1B, it's pointing, that's where the Jamma edge is going to be. And you also see these two things here that says CE and OE. That's actually chip enable and output enable. And what you're going to do is, since it's a MV1C, you're going to look for the MV1C etching, and it says point it this way. And what you're going to do is you're going to snap it onto the 68K surface mount CPU that you see right there. And you just, push it down. It'll make a loud snap sound. And that thing is pretty snug, And all you have to do there is now you just need to connect the chip enable and output enable lines. And on the MV1C, it is actually pin number 10 on the BIOS, which is chip enable, and pin number 12, which is output enable. So I'm going to go ahead and snip these wires a little bit, because they are a little long. And then I'm going to go ahead and solder them to those 2 points. And this little invention that he had really does save a lot of time doing this BIOS replacement. The original way when you do a BIOS replacement is on the MV1C is that you have to cut out about 38 pieces of wire, and solder and tin both ends, and then solder them to each individual pin except for I think 2 pins, and then solder that to a socket. And then on the MV1C, it's not a one-for-one pin-out configuration. It's not, pin 1 to pin 1, pin 2 to pin 2. It's actually some really weird off-the-wall pin-outs. You actually have to follow a pin-out. So it gets really confusing after a while. But, if you've done it so many times, it's really actually pretty simple to do. But with the NeoBiosMasta, it's pretty damn easy. I mean, this took me technically about... well, it would have taken me technically 2 minutes to do, but then I was just playing around with a lot of stuff. So you see here I have the chip enable, which is the CE wire, and I'm connecting that, I'm soldering that to the soldering pad on pin number 10 for the old BIOS. And then I'm going to repeat the same thing for the output enable wire, and that's going to go to pin 12 on the MV1C. And that's actually all you really need to do. if you actually do use the NeoBiosMasta, there's actually a way that you actually don't have to remove your old BIOS at all. I just prefer to remove my old BIOS. Um, if you're gonna do it the other way, which keeps your old BIOS on the board, all you need to do is basically lift a couple pins. They're actually on Neo Turfmaster's website. If you go to neogeofanclub.com, there's actually some instructions on there, and you can also order the little gizmo from there. And it's pretty simple to do. He also includes these two green vinyl stickers, which will aid in holding the wires down should you ever need to hold them down with anything. So just go ahead and just stick those on, push it down, and repeat it for the same side. And I already soldered these two on, so you know, these two wires on, so I don't really need these, but I just put them on just because I'm anal sometimes. And that's pretty much it. That's all it takes to install the NeoBiosMasta if you remove the stock BIOS completely. And the only thing that you do is put in your UniBIOS, and you see here the notch on the left. You want to go ahead and match it up with the notch right there, so you have to flip it over. And then all you need to do is just pop it in, and then after that you're good to go. And it, you know, a lot of people are wondering about how tight this socket is on the that clamps on the CPU. And I can tell you, after making this video, that thing is pretty damn tight. I was actually amazed. So you'll actually see me here. I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how tight this socket is on the 68K CPU. I'm going to go ahead and basically lift up the board by the BIOS. And you can see exactly how tight that socket is. And if you don't think that's enough weight, you'll see me here grab an Alpha Mission 2 MVS cart. Yeah, you saw a Polestar right there. This is Alpha Mission 2 installed, and you will now see how strong it is. And that is me lifting it by the BIOS, and that's exactly how tight that socket is. So I'm not playing around about how tight this thing is, and so you don't have to worry about it, popping off and stuff like that. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone for watching, and if you have any questions, just go ahead and send me an email on my website, JammaNationX.com. All right, thanks guys.